What's good with you, YouTube? Yummy here, back with another video. And in today's video, we're gonna talk about Purrely Yummy, and this is pretty much my most up-to-date version of the Purrely Yummy deck. So I wanted to just make a couple of notes about how the deck performs, how good it is, and things of that nature. You can ignore the side deck. The side deck, it's like still being like formatted and stuff like that. I think instead of playing Purrely, I think these need to be bells. To help you fight the Dracotail matchup, and it's also good into Yummy and Mizurugi, and we're still missing slots and stuff right here. So I think Lightning Storm is something that you could probably put in the slot, because if you saw my White Forest video, you could rearrange a lot of these non-engine cards and stuff like that, and it will be fine, right? But let's go ahead and talk about the pros and cons of this particular deck, because I just don't think this deck is good. I don't think it's good at all. I think you should really reconsider playing this type of deck right now, unless two things happen. Either one, or actually three things. One, you can play a Yummy Pure or Purrely Pure, and I think it might do a lot better than this. Just because giving the format with Droll and Purrely running around, Purrely Fua, it's really hard to bridge into a lot of your engines and outplay cards like Ash and things of that nature. So it's just really tough to play around your opponent's interruptions. It's just tough, and this deck ultra gets cooked by Dracotail. Like, this Dracotail matchup is like insanely hard, unless you have a way to end on a big fat Noir, and then you could probably squeeze out a win. But other than that, they crush your board pretty easily, especially with cards like Phantasme, Branded Fusion, Ruha, whatever that card is called, Ketu, and Super Poly and stuff. Like, it really just destroys you. It's just a tough matchup. Most of the time they should be winning. But yeah, Pure, I feel like, has a good advantage, because I do like the fill spell, and you're not playing Streets because you don't have space for it. But I think Streets is not too bad. And setting up a Towers monster is not too bad either. And having that being the main focus may be the way to go. The second reason is that these cards are still semi-limited. I was really expecting that these cards will come off the list completely. I guess they're still deemed to be very broken. I don't think so, because Purrely is just not competitive right now. I don't think it's good. And it's just if somebody knows how to play against your deck, you have a very hard time, because there's very easy ways you can skill check Purrely players by chain blocking cards like Noir and just things in that nature. It's tough. It's really tough. The matchup that was also very hard too was Vanquish Soul Canine, but obviously that deck is gone. But Mizurugi is still a very tough matchup, because when Mizurugi Murakumo starts discarding cards out of your hand, and these cards become heavy cost, like if you activate Pretty Memory and they go Mirakumo, you discard a card for Mirakumo, then you discard a card for Pretty. It gets kind of expensive, and then you get hit with a hand trap, and you just like hand loot yourself for 2, which is another problem with these particular cards. And then at that point, you're just relying on the Yummy monsters to back it up. And I feel like there's just better engines you could play that's better level ones, like you have Snake Eyes, which I think it's like a better version of this deck. But then the other better version is the Sofa Core cards. I think those cards are really, really good in Yummy. So I say give those a try. If you want to play a deck that has a similar engine like this, just try Sofa Core. I think Sofa Core is just a better version of this particular deck. So yeah, this deck is just not real at the moment. As much as I like Purrely and how hard this deck is, it's just you might as well just play Sofa Core, and you can play cards like Purge and better cards like that. It has a better time going second, and that Happiness card for I don't know how to spell Sofa Chords. Forgive me. Did I do it? I don't think I did it. It's okay. But Happiness is broken. Happiness is insane, and that card for one, going first is good, but going second is even better. And putting up an Omni Negate before you even commit to your Yummy cards, so cards like Ash becomes a lot worse, where Ash in this versus this deck is a lot better. So yeah. But yeah, this is what I would play more up to date if I were to go forward with this. I don't even think Arclight is even correct in his list. You can keep it if you like, but I think I don't know, I just don't think, it's just so clunky in a lot of scenarios. And again, I was winning a lot of my games still just because I was just outplaying people, but it's just like you have to really outplay your opponents, and there was just some games where you just go second and you just feel hopeless, right? Especially versus like Mizuruki, where they just have a Regeki, and there's just no real way to outplay that realistically. It's just tough. So yeah, I mean, the 9 engine is not too bad. You got your triple Black Ghost, you got your droplets, you got your 1 Dark Ruler to help with the Mizurugi matchup, and of course it helps with the Yummies. Zeus is really good to, you know, wiping boards and stuff like that. I honestly think instead of playing the Arclight, it could be a Link 1. Something like, I don't know, Nightingale, or something that can help you make Zeus a little bit better, and then playing in main phase 2. I think that would be a little bit better than Arclight, because getting the Arclight is very difficult in this deck, especially with the hand traps going around. Yeah, it's just tough. So, but yeah, D barriers are still amazing. As I don't think we need to talk about that. Ash is just there to help fight Fuas and stuff like that, and in certain matchups it's not bad. You could argue saying that you could actually put these in the main deck. I've been liking Purrely as a board breaker deck, but I could honestly see it being more of a hand trap approach, just because hand traps are not too bad. Board breakers are good, but this deck just loses so much advantage that it's just hard for them to go into full boards consistently. So maybe putting your opponent on half boards is probably the better play for this particular deck. But yeah, so basically, all in all, what I'm basically saying is I don't think this is the correct deck to play. Play Soulful Chords. You can even give Snake Eye, Mizurugi, Yummy a try. I posted a video about it before, and again, it wasn't a great video because I made a couple mistakes, but I will be making more updates to that particular deck in the near future. I actually might work on a spreadsheet for it, because I don't think I'll be doing much more updates to the deck unless it's going to be like side deck or if the meta shifts again. But I feel like the main deck is really spot on. The deck list seems really good, and I like what it does in a lot of scenarios and stuff like that. So but yes, I think that's going to be it for this particular video. I had a replay for Dracotel that I got lost. I don't know where it is. It was a really good game. It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of grinding. I remember Black Ghost Laugh just clutching it up, man. Like, I had like 2 Black Ghost Laugh. I used it to flip it up, and then I banished it, used a second one, banished it. It just kind of gave my opponent like just hard ways to play through it. So it's fun. It's a fun deck. It's hard to play. It's not rewarding. Because sometimes your opponent can just misplay a ton and you still lose because the deck has a hard time just netting advantage and stuff. So yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.